Underway as we do have this best of 7 kicking off, as we have got in the bottom left hand corner the red Protoss player. He's already across the map being annoying with the probe. It is herO in the bottom left, and in the top right blue Terran is going to be Clem, as we get this series underway on Ultra Love to kickstart us. Very excited to see what we are going to get up to as we get this all into action. A couple gases coming up, racks on the way. Okay, and the assimilator coming through from herO as well, so we get that up and running as well as everything else at the moment. And Pro just coming across and nibbling the SCV, taking some damage, taking some shots. A few hits coming through already. As that orbital and the Reaper continue to come through. Cybercore coming up, the Nexus coming into play as well. Reaper pops out, drop down the reactor. Factory on the way through. And again, we got ourselves settled into this opening game with the best of 7 right here in a series that we really hope should be fun. Best of 7 between Clem and Max Specs. Best of 7 is a little bit special because a lot of the time you see obviously a a lot of the time you see kind of like a best of 5 between these guys or some best of 3s, but actually getting to see a best of 7 should be pretty exciting as we just have our Twilight Council coming through. We'll be coming over. Again, the Warp Gate and the Adept continue to come about as well. Moves about again. The Twilight Council coming over. I'm just going to drop like a gateway into play as well. So we keep that going. Wouldn't mind. Sets up Starport finishing in the main base. That's going to be the gateway in the robot facility. Still coming up. The blink is very much so coming online as well, so we get that going. There's obviously a couple of gateways coming up and gives us that blink opportunity here over the next little while, so we get that up and rolling. He's set up for the moment, coming through for the second or two. So just get that underway with the Widow Mine drop coming around the left-hand side, going to be heading into the main base. So Clem, we're going to be the first to strike for some aggression. Reaper is going to stay alive there as the Widow Mines show up. Going to get... we unburrow the low HP Widow Mine, which feels like a mistake. The Widow Mine in the back there is going to get an Adept. We don't save any of them. Yeah, unburrowing that low HP one was just a mistake. I can understand maybe you wanted to buy some time, but... or something along those lines, but that just was not it. That was not the play. So unfortunately, that's going to be a little bit of a disaster. Let's just see now the medevac heading back to the top side. The couple stalkers are going to be cruising about as well as they do their own thing here. Taking some time to get settled. Stalkers gather up. The observer nearby continues to come through for the moment. Heading across the map. My Stalkers again going to join up. The Adept will be right there. There's a few more Stalkers warping in along with us here, so again we get that underway. We get that coming online. And we just begin to bring that through. Stalkers blink up. We're actually going to go one of the more aggressive blinks we've seen today. double siege tank here. We take so long to get rid of them both, but we do get both in the end. It just costs you a lot of stalkers, obviously, so not exactly ideal to lose so many stalkers like that. A little bit of a shame. A little bit scary. As we have the couple of probes continue to come back around. Yo, Ascalon, thank you so much for the 62-month resub. Appreciate it. Welcome back. As a few SCVs will get to work here and try and keep this bunker alive. But herO, as he loses some probes across the map again, he will get some SCVs at least. So damage being dealt, he will put some work in, as mentioned. A little mix of results there, really. All in all. Let's just have ourselves the little bit of bio still having to deal with some of these stalkers, so just going back through for that. As we take a moment or so, the stalkers are going to set up and try and do that thing. Oh, we get the prism! What a catch! Wow, enough Marines there to actually just fire that down, and herO not expecting it, and understandably so. I think that's one of those moments where you just don't think there's going to be kind of the power there that you're expecting it to be, so yeah, a little bit of a surprise factor, and herO losing out on the prism. Now hero's just lost a lot in this game, and as Clem comes across the other side, I think Clem's going to start being very comfortable with this game and where we're heading to, so I do think this gets to be a little bit better and better for him. Just having the army still gathering together, just going to be seeing the bio coming over, the few stalkers coming across as well. We've seen the zealots, the immortals, the stalkers continue to come through, so again, continue to step across just for now. Continue to make our way straight enemy. herO just doesn't have enough. Clem actually steps back there quite respectfully, almost. I almost like to see a little bit more disrespect from Clem today. I feel like there's been a couple of times where I'm like, I really feel like he can fight, I really feel like he can take an engagement, he doesn't. Or he can, not necessarily take an engagement, like take a big unit out like the immortal. Obviously, he does kind of here. Just playing it safe. I mean, Clem playing a bit more cautiously than I maybe would ask him to. Probably not a bad thing. Let's be realistic. So, yeah, probably ain't nothing wrong with that. Is we do see 9 more probes dropping off. Add a couple more onto that list, and we are going to have ourselves a game 1 victory for Clem. So Clem going to take the first game. This is herO's server preference as well. So actually, pretty nice for Clem to be able to grab a game on his opponent's server prep. Should be pretty big for him. Again, just going to move back up toward the natural. The couple of stalkers and immortals are going down too. The couple of zealots are dropping as we speak. We're going to unload back across the side, and that is going to be GG's. We are going to have ourselves a game number 1 victory for Clem. So Clem takes the opening game and go to Talisman. We will kick this off. In the top right-hand corner, down a map in our series, is going to be the red Protoss player herO, taking on the blue Terran in the bottom left. Clem. Interesting map. Quite a big main base that's actually walled off by the base down here. To take that base, you got to go through some rocks as well. Like, it's just fascinating. Very intriguing layout. Lots of drop potential down this bottom side. Great map to actually great map for Terran because you don't have to deal with stalkers blinking around, right? I mean, if stalkers want to blink, they have to blink here and then inside or walk all the way around. Like, it's actually a very good defensive 2-base map, I think. So it'd be interesting to see if that's something that the players kind of take into consideration when you look at their builds. It feels very good defensively. Maybe a little bit exposed to drops or so to make up for the fact that it's not really exposed via ground at all. So maybe something to that effect to look at. Similar coming through. So you get settled in. Take a few moments to ready yourselves. And gateway building up. Gonna be a reactive first from Clem. I mean, like I said, it's a very safe base. Oh, are these only mini minerals? Oh, they're only 50 minerals. Oh, what if Clem takes an expansion and then expands here? Oh. Well, that's fascinating. I didn't even think about that possibility of expanding. I love it, though. I think that's super interesting. Probe coming across. Again, couple of Reapers in the factory set up. As the probe is obviously allowed in here, is able to come through. So, oh, is it because it's a slide? So interesting. So you can actually get down there without the wall being broken down. Oh, this is super interesting. Worker only slides. You can only move workers up and down this area. Wow, super interesting map. And I love that Clem's going to expand here because that's going to give us a very interesting look at the map as well. I'm super intrigued. I want to see what herO's build's going to be as he goes Blink, but how aggressive will the Blink be? And will Clem feel punished for taking this position here? Like I said, I think it's very difficult for herO to make a lot happen with Blink aggressively, though. I think that's going to be kind of tough. Got that Blink coming through. The Siege Tank and Marines come up. The Starport getting set as well, so we continue to bring that in right now. So we get this set up, just seeing what we can do. Run the Hellion coming back around, so it's going to move back over for a few moments here. Maybe seeing the tank going to get sieged up. The SCV continues to mine up some of those minerals. Again, that Blink about to finish. Robo facility coming through. A couple more probes on the way out. Observer coming about. Clem's going to be putting some pressure on of his own. Already up that right side of the map, so... Reaper Hellion going to sit there. The Stalker's actually coming across, and this Reaper Hellion going to get caught a little bit. Going to try and fight the Stalkers, though, as the probe was on its way over to take the third base. Stalkers have to blink back defensively against Reaper Hellion. It's a lot of Stalkers, though, and they will blink over and get the cleanup. Marines and Siege Tank both gathering, and herO on the way through. We got a Stim Pack coming up as well. Just bringing that straight online. That's again another nice shot, and that Stalker it does get denied, pushed away, cleaned up for the moment. Nicely done. Server taking some shots. The Marine's going to get there. Stalkers get pushed away. The charge will be coming online again. The next in the Forge coming up also. We jump straight up. Observer is going to go down, surely. Yeah, we get it. And now we start to trade up with some of these Stalkers. These Stalkers already going down. So here, trying to find ways in. But like I say, it's just so much of an easier defense because you can't ping-pong between bases as easily. So you're really kind of one-dimensional in your attack unless you start splitting Stalkers up, but Stalkers usually work better in big numbers. So it's going to hit, the depot will go down, a couple of Hellions trying to step forward as well, Stim and Combat Shield still coming up. Stalkers will shoot, the Hellion taking damage, Refinery taking shots as well. 2 medevacs will finish in a few moments. Still got more Marines, more Marauders continue to come about. Bring that through too. And that combat shield will finish shortly. Still got Conquest Charles building, +1 attack upgrade coming through also. Command Center finishing up from Clem in a few moments. Add a couple medevacs on. And the bio of Clem will step through to the center of the map. I wonder why Clem goes for a third base. I wonder if he just goes to what the expansion of herO was originally, like the heroic natural. The CC is about to finish. I was just wondering if there's anywhere weirder he could maybe take it as comes across the map right now. This is a scary moment again, I think, for herO, right? As he does get into the main base, though, so SCVs are going to be in trouble in the main. As force fields are going to buy herO some time. 2 additional siege tanks are going to join up, and that's a lot of tanks to chew through. As Widowmine will help against some of these Zealots. The Marines trying to pull back into choke points. It is truly just the amount of units you're fighting against here that I think is the issue, and these Zealots are just getting absolutely smashed. herO's doing all of the economic damage you could dream of. He's just doing absolutely none of the defending back at home. He's going to lose his third base, which really undoes pretty much any of the eco damage you found. Because as Clem has a third CC, replacing SCVs is not going to be a difficult feat for him, right? That should be something that's very achievable, in fact. Prism nearly dies flying back over. Bio stepping through, the couple pylons getting knocked down. You see a bit more Bio stepping out as well. There's the Prism. Warping a few Zealots underneath. Oh, medevac goes down, trying to save the 2 siege tanks. So actually do at least from herO see something of a cleanup. I mean, getting rid of tanks is huge because he needs anything he can get to kind of clean up in this game, and that was not really it as the Zealots continue to chase. The Bio stepping back. Mortals and Stalkers very much so coming through there as well. The tanks going to siege again. Viking trying to flame the Warp Prism, as we are going to see. The Prism is going to go down, and we've got a Warping off. I mean, it just means no more units will come through from this point. I'm going to pull the SCVs as he probably knows, hey, look, I took you down to 2 bases, so all I need to do right now is to defend and to hold on. Landing the Viking, a few scraps of bio units still trying to fight here. We're going to go for the recall on the Immortal. Does lose that one, so one of the 2 recalling Immortals does go down. As herO only has 16 army supply left. Clem losing another 10 SCVs, but again, replacing SCVs is very manageable for him because he has the triple orbital. So that part is fine. Train coming up, SCVs and Marines still come through. Dark Shrine is going to be continuing through. Just going to be seeing a couple of Zealots going to get jumped on. Marine Marauder medevac going to take damage as well. Another couple of shots continue through. Again, Prism just going to get chased. Bio going to be there, pushing that Prism back as well. A few Marines and Marauders still coming up as you see this Prism still taking some shots. Unfortunately, will go down. Now, herO is on his way to that 3rd Nexus, so that's about halfway done already, coming back online. A little bit of Bio, a few Widow Mines coming back over. As again, the Marine Marauder medevac all setting up. The Dark Templar production beginning. herO needs these DTs to do something. He's in trouble. Like I say, it's been an interesting game because Clem has been losing SCVs as well. It just always feels as though Clem has had a 3rd base ready to go. He takes this base towards the gold as well. Whoa, herO cancels the 3rd. I mean, I guess he just decides it's just not going to work for him, but he runs all the probes into an army that's already arriving. I mean, what, we're just going to full base trade? I don't love it. Clem has scans available, so DTs are going to be unlikely to do enough, quite frankly. I mean, yeah, we're going to base trade. It's just going to be a disaster. I think herO thought he could cancel the Nexus, run the probes away and start base trade, or putting his Nexus down elsewhere, but that was obviously a disaster, and Clem just finds those workers, pulls back, is going to defend, and looks to extend his lead in this grand final to a 2-0 advantage in the best of 7. Six SCVs going down. DT going to get back through his 7th SCV falls, but when we count SCVs, it's really just so minimal when Clem has triple mule available. He is actually having to use a lot of his, orbital energy as scans right now. But I think he's just very comfortable economy-wise anyways. Plus, he's still got an army to back everything up as well. He was definitely drawn it out from a rough position, but just don't think we're going to be going too much further. Gonna dive. That Colossus is a fake, so don't really need to get rid of that, but it's doing its job of absorbing some damage. The Immortals are really the only thing in this army that's really good at all, and they have no protection, so you can't keep those alive. GG gets called, and it's gonna be Clem taking the 2-0 lead in this best of 7. Clem off to the races. Hope you're enjoying the StarCraft 2. Shout out to Rex putting on this tournament. Rex, a Taiwanese player who is much more so turned to casting lately. As always, casting the WardiTV events. Great to have a Rex event for us to cast. Give us a few days off this month from having to run StarCraft, so hell yeah, we always love that. It's always great. Well, it's going to be Proxy Gates as herO gets going on this one with all of the aggression. Sorry, Proxy Barracks as Clem gets all the aggression going in this one. So he's going to get really aggressive here. My apologies, got my players and colors the wrong way around in my head. herO going no scouting on El Dorado as well, so he's not going to have the information that this is happening, so that's really unfortunate for him. I'm looking to capitalize with this proxy play. So yeah, 2 barracks coming up. Cybercore goes down over to the sides. Well, Tech Lab starts. We are going to be seeing one Marauder already coming through. Second Tech Lab buildings, just Proxy Marauder, 2 at a time. herO is, yeah, he's completely unaware. He's got no idea, which is terrible. Oh, he's going to build a sentry too. The sentry can maybe force field the main, but you're losing the natural. You're also going to have no battery either, right? Like, this is just going to be brutal. And actually, you can force field the main for a bit, but you won't be able to get multiple sentries out in time. So you won't be able to force field it forever, even. Oh. Not great. Hallucination is going to give you the scout in about 5 seconds that something is wrong. As you're going to see no barracks, and there's been no Reaper show up, and now you know, and it's just too late. As what do we do? Do you defend? I mean, you probably want to. You have to defend low ground, but yep. Well, there's an instant cancel on the battery. More probes are going to pull, so we're going to test this. There's no concussive shells yet. As we start to damage the sentry, we will get the sentry. He gets force fields off though. Forces the Marauders to move in a certain way. As we're going to turn around onto the Stalker though, that's a lot of your DPS gone. But we actually trap a Marauder. The probes on the top side, actually getting that Marauder surround is going to make it a little bit better. But we've already lost 8-9 workers, and well, any unit that spawns right now is going to be in trouble. Clem looking to capitalize and speed through to a 3-0 lead in this grand final. This Stalker's dead. Probes pull. Too late to protect the Stalker. Every probe that goes down is pain that you can't really deal with right now. One Stalker does not deal damage anywhere near quickly enough. GG's. It's a disaster. I talked up here at the start of this series. As we are on fire in the bottom left corner of the map with the blue Terran player who is just having a day. I mean, what a fantastic semi-final he played, but he is just outclassing his opponent here in the finals. 3-0 in the lead. He needs one map to close it out. It is Clem taking on a herO who is bruised, battered, and worse for wear right now, with nowhere to really go to. Well, see what herO can do. Like I say, my hope for him is running away quickly. If winning 4 in a row against Clem ain't easy. We're asking the nigh on impossible, but at this point you just take it step by step. You start out by trying to win this map. Don't think about the overall challenge. You just gotta go, like I say, little by little right now. Try and see what you can do. Probe sign up, Cybercore coming through, the Nexus and the Assimilator continuing about, the CC and the Reaper coming up as well. The next coming about, a couple CCs coming through. We had a bunker on as well. As we just have the reactor coming online, the Twilight Council building, and the Reaper begins to put some damage in. Just gonna poke about for a few moments. Oh, the Adept is going to try and get on top of the Reaper here, which is just about going to get away off to the left-hand side, so the Reaper gets out of there. And Blink coming up, the Warp Gate coming up right now. Get that beam brought through. +1, Stim, continuing up then, so Clem gets those upgrade started. Still that Reaper just trying to pick up info as herO opting for the Blink opening once again, so he's still sticking with that Blink. No attempt to play Stargate this series at all. Hallucination obviously doing some scouting of heroes as we come about. Seeing the Stalkers, the Adept, and the Sentry continue to come around here. The Blink continuing up as well. And that Stim and that +1 continue to build, so as soon as Clem gets some upgrades, we'll see how he can get that going. Set up, the bunker going to be in the front, the +1 in the Stim pack going to be chilling for the moment as we do see Marine Marauder still very much so coming through. Bio going to start fighting the couple of Depth Shade by. Trying to push these Stalkers back already, as Clem is already taking the 3rd CC onto position. Stim finishes now, he'll step forward, we'll get the Sentry at least. Oh, he doesn't get the Sentry, no. So he's actually able to stay away and is able to stay clear. The couple of Depths will go down as Clem has to pull back, actually losing a fair few units here. And now the 3rd base having to pull back as well. Clem underestimating this army of his opponent and thought he could do a lot better for himself. That's all gone wrong. All gone wrong. Again, +1 charge coming up as well. We have the Roboway and the extra gateways online. So we keep on bringing that through for the moment. Again, +1 charge, very much so still on the way in here right now, so we continue to get that going. Blue Station is going to poke about. The Orbital Command going to step on over. Stalker shoot, and the medevac goes down already. The little bit of bio is going to chase the Stalkers. And still get jumped on. 2 Stalkers going down. The rest of the bio still chasing as well. And we will see the Stalkers just getting picked away at. 3, 4 Stalkers now going down. The other Stalkers pushing back the other way. So it's trying to get some SCVs. I mean, herO just able to try and keep the pressure up from what he started with. Again, just playing that Zealot Stalker heavy style, trying to just keep on going. Clem actually chases the Stalkers away successfully on the low ground. Oh no, he was going to lose everything on the right-hand side. Prison play in the main base has to be huge then, as he does get the warp in off. So there's going to be more Zealots there. Clem's reinforcements starting to spawn though, and with no threat on the front anymore, Clem can obviously bring everything into the main base to start dealing with this. So how much do we do as herO during this time where Clem doesn't have much in the main? I'm going to say, honestly, really not a lot so far. We evacuate some Zealots. Some get to the mineral line now. 3 STVs going down. That just was not enough. I mean, we lost a lot of units here. Resources lost is going to be just about Clem favored, actually. I guess he lost a fair few units himself throughout this as well, to be fair. I'm just going to be there. I'm just going to chase away the prison once more. Just going to push that back the other direction. And Clem showing up on the other side of the map already and looking to test basically, hey herO, you lost a lot of units trying to attack into me. Is that something you can actually justify having done? Good force fields. They're going to stop the Terran army from being able to step into the Colossus. That's actually very good force fields. Good preemptively placed. Oh my goodness, the Widowmine hits the Colossus though, and now the Colossus goes low on HP, so that could be a problem. Pull back. Continue to come through, just having ourselves the Marine Marauder Viking continue to step up. We are going to see the bio trying to fight back as well. Viking's going to get rid of at least one of these Colossus. If the Prisoner isn't on point with the micro, we're going to have to drop that Colossus off so we actually get one anyway. herO needed to start juggling there, but obviously that doesn't happen. And now Clem continues to just push this back. He's just bullying in this game and in this series in general. He is absolutely bullying the opposition. herO is just not able to really put up much of a fight at all, unfortunately. I'll step through, just going to see some rocks taking damage as the hero's going to come across the map. Clem is building a 4th base. It's about to finish. He can start moving that into position. herO is on 4 and moving to a 5th base. So overall, the state of the game seems okay. It's just the trades do continue to feel like they're going in Clem's favor. Resource loss is still fairly even, so maybe I'm also being a bit biased right now just because Clem is winning so far. Maybe there's some opportunity here. The Viking's a little bit out of position as Clem just fights with the bio right now. Didn't stim though. Shots hitting, a couple of the Stalkers get pushed away. You have more Vikings arriving. I mean, more Vikings are only going to be good against the Colossus. We need to have a proper answer to those. Not too many medevacs though, so every stim is kind of being fairly costly right now. Good pullback, hold position as well, so you don't go too close. Don't let the Colossus get too many shots off on the bio. One Colossus down. Now look how quickly the Vikings are knocking the Colossus as well. As herO is the one in position. There's Ghost available here too with some good EMPs and more Viking shots. We're going to start getting rid of the Colossus. The Colossus just living there. Super low HP Colossus save. It's going to go down now though. The Zealots and the Stalkers will press on forward. The Colossus are going to commit, which means the Vikings are going to get it. And now it's just bio versus gateway units. The Vikings have to pull back. The Zealots fall. Widowmine decides what to target on. Goes for a Stalker, then the Stalkers blink forward in response to that Widowmine. Dodging away. The Vikings will now land as Clem has enough to hang on in here. He's going to pull the SCV, so he feels as though maybe he does not. I'm losing a lot of the SCVs right now as the Zealots will drop. Widowmine actually getting an Immortal during this. We step forward, a lot of the Stalkers going down. The problem is always going to remain to be just what do you save at the end of this. herO comes out 20 workers in the lead, 87 workers across the 5 bases, so his economy is absolutely spot on. Ship weapons, +2 attack, all coming up as well. The Stalkers here going to go after a Widowmine as one of them gets burrowed. The other one died. Just scared about herO's army supply. It's lacking, right? But we'll see what he can do. He's got DTs available now as well. Get that underway. He's going to start stepping forward here, and we do have just pulling back a little bit. More of these Zealots going to get grabbed or attacked at least. 1, 2 going down. A few SCVs going down the other side of the DTs. Swiping away. 8 workers falling at the moment. Make it 9, make it 10. So yeah, that part's going well, but once again, the herO of army is going to be the problem, as we just need a scan there from Clem as well. Scans might be an issue right now, which could mean we could see DTs on the defense as well. Possibility. I'm just losing SCVs all over the place as dropping EMP down. Army's not stimmed. I was going to say we're going to have to drop the stim on that if we want to help out with this. Again, chewing through the Zealots has turned out to be a bit of a problem for Clem, and it's why herO is able to take these trades so nicely. It's a Marauder-heavy army battling against someone who is, you know, very Zealot-heavy. Zealots will excel in those scenarios. Pulling back the Widowmines will help out a lot. Obviously, some extra Ghosts showing up too. Clem stabilizing against the DTs gives him a little bit more focus on this side of the map and onto the kind of the army versus army fight, so that's a big deal. That's probably what was missing for him as he tries to set up a 5th base. Zealots run forward again. Clem's been very good at pulling away from the Zealots and forcing a lot of the army to be out of reach, while the Zealots kind of continue to run forward, and he's been able to really manipulate a lot of fights in his favor because of that. Colossus has to lift up into the Prism to play the evacuation. We could really do with more Vikings. I think Vikings really are the one thing that Clem lacks, and also they're expensive to build, and Clem has been a little bit lower on the SCV count, right? So building Vikings is not an easily found thing. The medevac's being kept busy permanently because you're constantly fighting. They're drained of energy non-stop, trying to heal up units and bring them back to good HP after all of their stims. Those in the front there just going down. Clem unable to save those. A few Vikings that exist going to do their thing. The Stalkers may be able to just target fire them down. I think herO might break through here. Stalkers continue to get onto the Vikings. We do lose another Colossus though. Once again, the Marines are just left without the Colossus in reach. They get rid of the Zealots. Clem is just about hanging on. Still, again, an SCV issue in the game compared to his opponent who has taken the entire map. But he actually is just going to say GG. herO is going to fight back. We will not see the 4-0. herO will turn it into a series. As yes, he will actually take a map, and that is amazing. herO actually did very well because he was so army focused, and then he had like a little wave of harassment where the DTs showed up and were able to do that thing for a bit. And that just about bought him enough time to tech switch back over to a different portion of the army. With that tech switch over, like, really set himself up to then make a final blow or two. So, very nicely done. I love that he didn't overcommit to DTs as well. I feel like so often in those scenarios, pros players are like, oh, I need to do DTs now, and they send so many Dark Templar in after the Terran player. It's like, no, stop, chill out, you know, like, you know, 1 or 2, great, or 3 or 4, great, but, like, we're warping in waves upon waves of DTs instead of going back into the tech that's going to win you the game. If, you know, usually every DT you warp in becomes less and less effective if it's coming straight in after another DT, right? So, yeah, just take a moment, chill out a little bit instead. As we get into game 5, I'm going to kick this off. SCV chases, probe getting hunted, Nexus and the Cybercore coming through, the Reaper and the Orbital coming up. Get the nibble, get the SCV. And again, Orbital about to finish, Reaper coming through, Factory coming by. Cybercore about to finish up as the Nexus comes up as well. That probe very much so still on its way in. And as the SCV chases the probe, out down to the bottom right side. Well, nothing too crazy. Just the probe trying to scout. The Reaper is going to be able to come across and is going to arrive now into the natural and will be met by the first Adept starting to shade. Go back and forth. The Reaper and the Adept will trade a couple of first shots here. Hey, there's a Stargate from herO. I mentioned it last game. I was like, oh, he's not going to play a Stargate all series. And obviously, you know, we had the potential of that last game being the last map. But here we are with the Stargate on the way. The probes and Adepts all coming through. Pulling back home, gets rid of the probe, so at least you know that that is gone already. Phoenix and the Stalker still coming, the Warp Gate very much still coming up. Stalker finishing, a couple more probes being added on. Reaper just stepping around, the Adept moving about as well. Tank and the Viking coming through, the additional Marines on the way. Have an SCV and an Orbital on. As this medevac heads down toward the bottom right side, it's just going to be coming straight over. Gonna be shut down though. That's the power of the Phoenix. And wow, herO is gonna get the game. Whoa, 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 whoa! It's an instant GG from Clem. I can't go back and double check, but like left hand side, the red Protoss player who has now won 2 in a row. It is going to be herO. The last game was not much to talk about at all. In the top right, I believe Terran is Clem. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Alright. Let's drop an Nexus down and get that set up. And get the gateway coming through. As we head onto ley lines here. Well, what a turnaround in this series from complete dominance from Clem into Clem just completely leaving that game very quickly last time around. So there we go. Factory coming online, the CC coming up. Let's just settle in the next few moments. We're gonna step out. Moving over the sides. We've seen the Reaper gonna be able to grab a probe already, so he's gonna be able to knock that nice and quickly. And see 2 more gates coming up from herO, so rather than going into the tech choice, he's gonna go into the triple gateway. And just look to apply pressure here in this game. So a different approach. herO looking to apply some damage, get something done. And Reaper's going to see the proxy gateway, so great info for Clem, because now he can start to prep defenses maybe a little bit earlier than he would have done otherwise. Fantastic scout. Let's see our cyclone continuing through, add a couple more Marines coming up as well. We're just going to come push back toward the natural. And the Adept going to chase. The Reaper is going to be taken down, actually. And the main aggression is going to start at the front as Adept heavy attack comes into the natural. Clem doesn't have a bunker up here, as the Cyclone will help a lot, though. We get rid of 3 Adepts very quickly, so this is not exactly looking pretty for herO to begin with. Not ideal at all. Cyclone hits the Stalk a little bit. Twilight counts are coming up. And it's just going to be seeing the Adept. It's going to come over. Stalker's going to try and hit. Obviously Clem knows how committed his opponent is here, so pulling the SCVs just to guarantee as much of a cleanup as possible. Is he going to get everything? Oh, herO has 0 army supply currently on the map. 3 Stalkers warp in. This is a disaster, though. Resources lost 1450 to 450. Like, we lost 3 Marines, the Reaper, and a Widowmine. Like, we've lost nothing. We're now going to lose power to this gateway as well. There's just no way you can stop this. Fallon will be taking some shots as well. Just going to see that going down. I mean, at this point, what do you do as herO? Because your blink's not even done either, right? Because you're playing the late tech to apply pressure. So you're even more in trouble than you start. Yeah, very difficult place to play from, because without blink, this is really looking hopeless. We get rid of 1 Stalker here. We drop an auto turret. This natural is not going to be well defended at all. We are getting a lot more gates finishing up as the tank will siege, though, and we'll start to take these fights. I mean, these units just do not have a lot of life on them. I mean, that first battery is going to be immediately in trouble too. We do get lock-ons currently to the Stalkers, so working on that. The tank steps forward even further here. Yeah, the battery's just going to go down. A lot of the gates here in the natural obviously going to be exposed as well. As Blink is not far from finishing, but we're going to get a lot done. One gate already drew up, and we'll see the second gateway take the shots also. That will also go down. The Stalker's just going to blink forward here. The Marines are going to start a fight. Tank in the back just about arrived as the probes start to pull forward, but they realize that may not be a great thing to commit to. At least by getting rid of the first siege tank, you have a bit more space in your natural again, so there's something to that as the blink forward. The second tank shot, though, actually goes onto a bunch of the Stalkers. And we have to blink forward to deal the damage there, which means the Marines can actually kind of push the Stalkers back while actually getting some kills. Another low HP Stalker ends up going down. The medevac loads up and evacuates. Feeling away to the sides. Clem setting up 20 supply in this game. 20 army supply in his favor. About to have stim and combat shields. +1 not far behind. It means that those upgrades are going to become... they're going to make this Terran army so difficult to deal with. This is going to be a real challenge. Oh, I will chase. The Stalker's taking damage. More Stalkers. I mean, super low. The bio obviously stimming through and pushing into the natural. The thing is with these Stalkers, they get low. If they actually start dying, it's so expensive. Widow Mines here will force the blink back, but they don't even set off any mines ahead of time. Widow Mines doing a good job of forcing the Stalkers to stay blinking backwards so far. It's fair to say that we are pretty much on the verge of Clem running away with this. I mean, herO's about to hit charge. What is his road back into this game? Down 5-6 workers, down double the army supply, or half the army supply. I mean, he is no upgrade as well. Everything you look at is in Clem's favor. I want to say, like, you hit a really good run by and hope that Clem forgets how to defend anything. I mean, maybe you just let Clem attack into you and you just do your absolute best with these Stalkers, a few Zealots to tank, and you just try and find value defensively and just hope that that's good enough while you get your third base up. The thing is, it probably isn't, right? And that's the thing, is like, trying to find an answer right now is very difficult because there's not really an answer for this situation, because being in this situation is usually just so bad. And I think that's the issue, is these Zealots are melting as well. The +1's going to do some work there. We can kite back into these Widow Mines if you need more help, so Clem can do that too, as he looks to close out the Rex March Madness with a victory on the board for himself. Clem still about double the supply of his opponent here, as we do see Zealots just melting away. We don't even need the Widow Mines, which is terrifying, because now as the Widow Mines get to burrow, there's a Widow Mine for every Zealot in the game. And even then, one of them double kills, so we don't even need it. You know, there's one for the Zealots that are about to warp in even. Third next is going to go down. Obviously, the third had to hold. I mean, hero's just trying because he doesn't want this series to end, and probably a bit frustrated about how quickly he fell behind in this series, especially that game with the Proxy Marauders really seemed to solidify things. Clem will close it out. 4-2 victory. I mean, that previous game